Africa accounts for 20% of the world's land area and is home to 1.3 billion people, but in terms of tourism, only relatively few countries attract large numbers of visitors each year. Africa is one of the best travel destinations in the world. Here, you can enjoy crystal blue beaches, majestic wildlife, and a wealth of culture and history. Today we are going to talk about top 10 most visited destination in Africa. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more future videos. Number 10. Eswatini. Landlocked in the center of South Africa, Eswatini, formerly Swaziland, has long existed in the shadow of South Africa. However, if you'd prefer a more under-the-radar destination, this is it. Here you can venture out on a safari for a fraction of the cost, as well as enjoy as many camping and day hikes as you can imagine. This rounds out our list of the most visited countries in Africa. Number 9. Mauritius. If you're looking for a more tropical getaway when visiting Africa, or perhaps a destination to tag onto your safari, look no further than Mauritius. Here you will find beautiful beaches, mountainous treks, and world-class diving. Mauritius is rightly famed for its sapphire waters, powder-white beaches, and luxury resorts. But there's so much more attraction to Mauritius than the beach, and it's the kind of place that rewards even the smallest attempts at exploration. There's hiking in the forested and mountainous interior, and world-class diving and snorkeling offshore. There are boat trips to near-perfect islets and excursions to botanical gardens and colonial plantation houses. Mauritius is a fabulous culinary destination with great wildlife watching thrown in. And the real Mauritius away from the beach resorts, a hot curry of different cultures and quiet fishing villages, is never far away. Number 8. Kenya. Over in East Africa, I'm sure it will come as no surprise Kenya tops the list for the most visited country. This is where one of the most famous films on the continent, Out of Africa, was filmed. Kenya's high country has never enjoyed quite as much of the limelight as the Masai Mara, but Safari Kanyushenti don't mind at all, as it makes Laikipia even more exclusive. This region is home to some of Kenya's best luxury lodges, plus groundbreaking conservation projects. These include efforts to save some of the country's most iconic and unusual species, like Gravy's zebra and the reticulated giraffe with its brick wall pattern, plus tree planting initiatives and one of Africa's only all-female anti-poaching patrols. Lodges in Laikipia continue to push the boundaries of safari luxury. Be one of the first to stay at Governor's Muggy House or experience the chic styling of Sagara Retreat's Greenhouse Villa. Number 7. Uganda. Uganda has been living in the shadow of Rwanda, which has quickly become the top choice for mountain gorilla viewing. But it is here in Uganda where you can have the same experience for much less, given the less developed nature of the country. It is, perhaps to contrary belief, safe to visit Uganda, and visitors will be delighted by how much raw beauty lies within the country borders. Number 6. Mozambique. There's a significant drop in numbers from Africa's top 4 destinations to the rest. Mozambique ranks as the 5th most popular in 2018, emerging just above the likes of Kenya and Uganda as the most visited East African nation. Its main draw is its long Indian Ocean coastline, which is full of gorgeous beaches, offshore marine parks, and remote islands that reward the adventurous traveler. A lack of easy, affordable flights in and a limited internal transport network are the main factors preventing beautiful Mozambique from attracting far higher numbers of visitors each year. Number 5. Zimbabwe. There are many reasons to visit Zimbabwe, but most of them start with safari and end with the Victoria Falls. This landlocked country in southern Africa is still one of the most popular choices for safari goers in search of the Big Five. The game viewing in Zimbabwe is second to none, but the Victoria Falls are unlike any other. As one of the world's largest waterfalls, they extend some 1,708 meters in length. Number 4. Tunisia. Next up is Tunisia, with 8.3 million visitors making their way to the northern African country in 2019. Tunisia is famous for its ancient cities, the Saharan desert, and its hot desert temperatures. It has also been dubbed by some as the next Morocco, for being slightly less under the radar and a more affordable option, just a short flight from many of Europe's major cities. It is much smaller and doesn't have such a wide range of potential travel experiences as Morocco, although it does boast some of the Mediterranean's best beaches. Resorts such as Jerba, Sousse and Hammamet account for a large percentage of its total visitor numbers, although recent terrorist attacks have contributed to a fall in visitor numbers. Number 3. South Africa. For years I have been in love with South Africa. It was my first visit that sealed my fate. I now call South Africa home, having moved to Cape Town back in November 2019. This country comes in third on the list, but it is the front runner for safari goers. South Africa remains the most popular choice for a safari, where you can spot the Big Five and spend some time out in the wilderness. As for the total visitors, there were 10.5 million visitors to South Africa in 2019. Number 2. Egypt. In 2019 there were an impressive 11.3 million visitors to Egypt, making this the second most visited country in Africa. The main draw cards in Egypt are of course the Egyptian pyramids, the pharaoh's tombs and the Luxor temple dating back thousands of years. History lovers will always be attracted by its range of millennia-old monuments with so much history and culture to be discovered on the banks of the Nile. Well away from world-famous sites such as the Pyramids of Giza, Egypt does also have a few considerably more modern coastal resorts such as Sharm el-Sheikh on the Red Sea, which also push its visitor numbers up. Number 1. Morocco. The most visited country in Africa is Morocco. This northern African nation saw a whopping 12.3 million visitors in 2019, making it the most visited country on the entire continent. So just what is it that makes Morocco so appealing? The culture of Morocco is sure to be a big drawcard, considering there is nowhere in the world quite like it. The sights, sounds and colors of the Medina is enough to leave you mesmerized. Then there's the food. Oh, the food. Think tagines, plenty of spice and endless sweet pastries to finish off the day. Some of the highlights of Morocco include Marrakesh, one of the most chaotic and charismatic cities in the world. Then, of course, there is Fez, a historic city with so much culture you could spend a week here and not scratch the surface. If you're taking a tour of the country, consider stopping by Asora as well. This beautiful beach town has a European feel to it, with all the rugged charm of northern Africa. That's a wrap for the top 10 most visited destination in Africa. Hope you enjoy the video. Let us know in the comment section. And subscribe to our YouTube channel for more future videos.